But if we're not willing to set aside ourselves, we will never be able to follow him. He also said that we must sacrifice ourselves, and we look at Jesus and how he sacrificed himself. We've just come through the Lenten season, and we're reminded of the cross and how Jesus sacrificed his life for us. Are we willing to sacrifice our life for him in order that everything that is to be accomplished will be accomplished before he comes again? Are we willing to lay down our own lives and move forward in him and not in ourselves? We also need to bear our own cross. There are so many things, and we have so many things that we have to go through. We use the word trials and tribulations. I use the word trouble, problems, things that we don't expect in life. And it's hard to move forward when there's so many things that get in our way. But are we willing to lay down our lives and follow Jesus? I know that the trials that we go through strengthen us, and it makes it even easier for us to follow Jesus. But what I really realize is that his grace is what makes the difference. We may look at it from a fleshly point of view. We may see it from a fleshly point of view. And we think ahead of ourselves and say, this is so hard. I won't be able to follow Christ. I won't be able to pay this price. But before we move, we must consider this. Is it just a thrill of the moment? Is it because I want to get higher up and be seen? When we read our scriptures, we find out that that is not the way. Humility is the way. Meekness is the way. It's not about us. It's all about him and what we have to do for him. When we love him, when we dearly love him, he fills our heart with so much joy that we will be more than willing to set aside what we have plans for to do his will. I'm here tonight to encourage you. I'm here today. I'm here for my life to encourage you to walk with Jesus. See his path. See his walk. See how he came forward and follow him. I recently had the opportunity to do one of the 7 last words. And while I was doing it, I just couldn't, there was one particular scripture I could not remember for my life. And I was shaking for it, and it would not come to mind. But the other day, it hit me. And it's one of my favorite scriptures. Now it is. And it comes from the book of Hebrews, and it's found in chapter 12. Now, we've read about the hall of faith, but now we're talking about Jesus. In chapter 12, beginning at verse 1, it says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily besets us, and let us run with perseverance the race marked before us. Let us fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith." And this is the part that really jumps out at me. It says, "Who for the joy set before him endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Considered him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart." When you deny self, it's not a popular thing to do. When you self-sacrifice, it's not a popular thing to do. Jesus was popular in some respects when he healed and when he cleansed and when he set people free. But on the other hand, he had a hard word for his disciples. It's a hard task to follow him. But if your mind is focused and your mind is made up, you can follow him. And we have the opportunity to look ahead of what the reward for following him is. First of all, we will finish our task. we will do exactly what God has plans for us to do. But also, there is joy that has been set before us. The joy that's coming when we get to see Jesus face to face. There's a song that says, Yes, by Shekinah Glory. And it says that if I told you what I require of you, would your heart and soul say yes? Would you say yes to following Jesus all the way? Have you counted the cost? Have you considered the glory of his presence in your life today? You be blessed today and know that it does pay to follow him. God bless you.
Linda, Reverend Fitzgerald, thank you. I enjoyed your message, and I sure appreciate you coming to be with us here today.
And I appreciate the opportunity to be broadcast for all to see. God bless you.
God bless you as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining me on his service. I am always glad to have you, members of the TV audience, join to share in worship. Thank you again for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you the next time. God bless you.